James Brolin and Barbra Streisand's story is often told as one of Hollywood romance, but behind the glamour lies a deeply human journey marked by persistence, reinvention, and resilience. After more than 2 decades together, their relationship now faces one of its most difficult chapters, shaped by age, health concerns, and shifting priorities. Brolin, once defined by relentless ambition, has recently stepped back from major opportunities to focus on what matters most at home. Their lives, once driven by career milestones, are now intertwined with quieter decisions, where love, health, and time take precedence over fame and fortune. A childhood shaped by discipline. Born Craig Kenneth Brolin on July 18, 1940, in Los Angeles, Brolin entered a world defined by structure and expectation. His father, a strict contractor, enforced discipline from an early age, assigning chores and evaluating behavior regularly. His mother, who had once worked as a film extra, concealed her past to keep him focused on academics. A quiet child battling severe asthma, Craig spent weeks hospitalized, which shaped his introspective nature. Despite this, he showed early brilliance, especially with mechanics, dismantling and rebuilding objects with precision and curiosity that hinted at a sharp, determined mind. The spark of inspiration. At 15, Craig's life changed forever after watching East of Eden. The performance he saw ignited a powerful obsession that reshaped his ambitions. For months, he secretly traveled long distances to practice acting techniques alone, mimicking movements and expressions with intense focus. He collected memorabilia and saved money to buy a camera, creating silent films with neighborhood friends. Acting became more than a hobby. It became an identity. When tragedy struck with the loss of his idol, he fell silent for days, demonstrating how deeply this inspiration had rooted itself in his emotional world. A risky leap into acting. Encouraged by a teacher who recognized his talent, Craig's early work gained unexpected recognition. However, his entry into professional acting came with compromises. Studios pressured him to change his name, believing it would improve marketability. After resisting, he reluctantly accepted the name James Brolin. This decision created tension at home, especially with his father, who struggled to accept the transformation. The early years were filled with anxiety, rejection, and sleepless nights. Ironically, after molding himself to fit expectations, he was criticized for resembling the very inspiration that had shaped his acting style. Struggles behind early roles. Brolin's first roles were small and often unnoticed, including appearances on television where he played multiple minor characters. Despite his commitment, he faced instability, even experiencing homelessness while trying to sustain his career. Living out of his car and relying on studio facilities for basic needs, he pushed forward with determination. Physical risks, including injuries from stunt work, added to his challenges. These early struggles tested his endurance and forced him to confront the harsh realities of an industry that offered opportunity but little security to those still trying to establish themselves. Career collapse and reinvention. In 1967, a major setback threatened to end Brolin's career. A film he believed would fail did exactly that, and he faced professional and financial consequences, including demands to return his earnings. Unable to find acting work, he turned to mechanics, quietly rebuilding his life outside the spotlight. This period, though humbling, became transformative. His work ethic and resilience caught the attention of someone who would change his trajectory. A chance encounter led to a screen test, proving that even in moments of collapse, opportunity can emerge in unexpected ways. Breakthrough and recognition. Brolin's role in a medical television series marked a turning point. Portraying a young doctor, he connected with audiences and critics alike, earning prestigious awards and widespread recognition. The show's success established him as a reliable and versatile actor. It also allowed him to explore meaningful themes, tackling complex social issues through storytelling. This period defined his transition from struggling performer to respected professional, giving him stability and opening doors to more diverse roles. It demonstrated his ability to balance emotional depth with on-screen charisma. Expanding his reign. Determined not to be confined to a single image, Brolin pursued roles that challenged audience expectations. He portrayed darker, more complex characters, proving his versatility beyond the calm and composed personas he was known for. His work in thrillers and science fiction showcased his adaptability, while his performances brought intensity and unpredictability. These choices reflected his desire to grow artistically rather than remain comfortable. By stepping into unfamiliar territory, he built a career defined not just by success, but by a willingness to evolve and take creative risks. Success in film and television. The late 1970s and 1980s brought Brolin some of his most recognizable work. His performance in a major horror film demonstrated his ability to convey psychological tension, resonating with audiences and contributing to the film's success. At the same time, he found stability in television, starring in a long-running series that showcased his leadership and presence. He also explored directing, adding another dimension to his career. These years solidified his reputation as a dependable figure in entertainment, capable of balancing commercial success with creative exploration. Love, partnership, and balance. Brolin's personal life evolved alongside his career, eventually leading to a partnership with Barbra Streisand. Their relationship was built on mutual respect, creativity, and shared routines that helped them navigate challenges. They developed unique methods for resolving conflict, including structured walks and reflective journaling. Their home became a space of collaboration, where ideas were developed and decisions were made together. This balance between independence and unity became a defining feature of their relationship, allowing them to sustain a long-lasting bond in an industry known for instability. Streisand's independent journey. While Brolin continued acting, Streisand pursued her own passions, focusing on advocacy and creative expression. Her efforts in raising awareness about women's heart health demonstrated her commitment to meaningful causes. At the same time, she dedicated years to writing a deeply personal memoir, reflecting on her life and career. Her work extended beyond entertainment, influencing conversations about health and equality. Together, they maintained individual identities while supporting each other's pursuits, creating a partnership that thrived on both independence and shared purpose. Facing new realities. As they entered later stages of life, priorities began to shift. Health concerns and the realities of aging brought new challenges that required adjustment and sacrifice. Brolin's decision to step away from certain opportunities reflected a deeper commitment to his personal life. Their relationship, once shaped by busy schedules and public appearances, became more focused on care, presence, and emotional support. These changes marked a significant transition, highlighting the importance of adaptability and the strength required to face uncertainty together. Conclusion. James Brolin's journey is one of persistence, transformation, and enduring resilience. From a disciplined childhood to the heights of Hollywood success, his life reflects a constant willingness to adapt and grow. His relationship with Barbra Streisand adds another layer to the story, showing how partnership can evolve through different phases of life. As they face new challenges, their story becomes less about fame and more about connection, sacrifice, and shared strength. In the end, his legacy is not only defined by his career, but by the choices he makes when it matters most.